Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Today we're reacting to more Pegasus, and we're gonna watch him talk about how Hasan's friends are done. They're finally finished. They're 100% done now. We'll see. Let's get into it.
Welcome back to a series so genius, even Socrates subscribed. In today's video, Hasan is now getting called out by more streamers.
Damn,
He's
that's
now crying
crazy.
over Destiny getting more mainstream attention than him. His own chat.
Man, being a terrorist and getting called out, that no one's ever done that before. Man, no one would ever call this guy out for being a terrorist supporter, Nazi, whatever.
Are calling him out for running from debates from Destiny. Asmongold continues to dogwalk Hasan. Hasan's friends are now switching sides and supporting Ethan. The Reddit mods that are being sued by Ethan are getting absolutely cooked. Ultimate Gooning Lord Dan Clancy is in
Bro, there's too much stuff going on at one time. Everybody chill out.
massive trouble because Twitch might be getting sued.
Good. They kind of deserve it.
Hasan simp journalist Taylor Lorenz is giving the worst takes possible. Subscribe for more cinema.
Dude, he's done. He's finally over.
Powered by Jellywig.
Let's up those numbers!
Anyways,
Up
moving
those
on
numbers.
to another streamer calling out Hasan. Irrelevant calls out Western streamers like Hasan for LARPing and piggybacking off the Palestinian movement for personal benefit.
Settler
Damn.
babies.
Damn, his own people. Dude, his own people are eating him alive. That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't like the pro clutching from all of the lefties who are like, oh my god, what a disgusting thing to say when they say stuff like settler babies. You know, when they talk about going after children settlers, and it's like, oh, okay, you're literally just part of the problem. You're acting like you're one of the people in Gaza getting bombed, which I could be far more understanding of them being like,
Yeah, but they live in multi-million-dollar mansions and have like fancy luxury cars, and then complain about capitalism. It's crazy.
oh yeah, we just need to get rid of every single Israeli, including children. I could be far more understanding of that than some dude like Hasan Piker sitting inside of a mansion, or some chick like fucking Frogan acting like she has any real connection to the region, LARPing about their, oh my god, no, you're fucking trying to piggyback off of the movement to be able
Damn.
to score points. It's ridiculous.
That's
I could be
crazy.
far more understanding of these groups. Fuck, I could be far more understanding of what that, I'm assuming, is Israeli say in that context than I can be to any of these bum.
What did you record this video with, by the way? It doesn't matter, but
Wait, you're telling me Hasan Piker is a grifter? Impossible! I could never have seen this coming, guys. You're telling me he actually doesn't care? Wow,
That's crazy.
Wow, my eyes have been opened. Almost like we've been saying this shit for a while now. My god, people are...
most people that say they care about something don't care about it. They just want to get on camera and be like, see, I'm a good person, but they're not actually a good fucking person. I'm not a good person. None of them are good people. We're all selfish human beings. It is what it is. I mean, if you have to tell people that you're good, then you're not good.
finally catching on. I do love the random stray directed at Froggen. Just like she cannot catch a break,
Jesus.
bro. Anyways,
That's
after this, Hasan
terrifying.
got called out by YouTuber Tyler Oliveira. Basically, somebody posted this. Streamer Hasan Piker has been kicked out of the DSA convention in city of Chicago after licking the bean. He didn't actually get kicked out, by the way. There's a meme.
How does it feel?
Not even as hot as I thought it would be.
Ew, that's gay.
Did you just lick it?
I did.
Put your mouth on it?
No.
Yeah, you're
Bro,
so
just-
cool, man.
Bro just got every disease known to man.
35-year-old man actually doing this shit. Literally acting like one of those IRL streamers vandalizing random things. I mean, you're not really vandalizing anything. You're just, I guess getting some disgusting germs in your tongue or whatever. I mean, in any
Yeah,
case,
you're just being weird as fuck, bro.
it's just cringe as fuck. Like, just go back to sitting in your mansion, bro. This is just genuinely embarrassing. So Tyler Oliveira calls him out. Dude is almost 40 years old, cosplaying as a frat bro and licking national monuments.
Dude, that's funny.
Yeah, honestly, this is like his best impression at being like a phase kid, at trying to show people that he's hip and young and he can still be part of the cool kids.
That's
like,
crazy.
dude, you're not impressing anybody, bro. It's just disgusting. Moving on to Destiny, Hasan having his Destiny derangement syndrome, the classic. So apparently now he's mad that Destiny is getting more like mainstream attention than him.
You talk like a rapper
Bro, I like his Snorlax plushie in the background. Hell yeah.
in an interview who talk about King Von. That's so funny. Yeah, dude, keep coping. He's yeah, I'm so scared. That's what I meant. I do love people who like try to present Destiny as
This guy's voice bothers me so much. Every time I hear him, he has just like the most punchable voice in the world. That's all I'm saying. He's so like condescending and fucking egotistical when he talks. It's just like, shut the fuck up, idiot.
this like scary individual as well, and not just like a repulsive freak. Yeah, dude, you're talking about him like you're talking about King Von, dude. Motherfucker went to Israel to defend the side, bro. There, what do you mean?
At least he did something. You just sit in a fucking mansion all day and bitch on the internet.
You're just a weirdo creep.
I mean,
You're just a weirdo creep who fucking sits in his $1 million mansion and sucks fucking dick all day. I don't know if you actually do that, but you might as well with the fucking ego you have.
if he's so stupid, just debate him and destroy him and like make him expose him as a fraud,
True.
right? Oh wait, he literally runs from him at every opportunity, bans his name in his chat. You can't even say Destiny, you have to type D, and people have to automatically assume what you're talking about there. Instead, he wants to debate slop to
Dude, it's so funny that the leftists are fighting each other.
YouTubers like Willie Mac Show or Ethan Klein or whatever, and he gets destroyed by them too when they aren't even political commentators. This is your entire life and you suck at it. Like, this is like challenging a McDonald's employee and making chicken nuggets and just absolutely obliterating them. It's like, it's so sad. Hasan throws shots while watching Destiny's CNN appearance.
Right here.
I like that these guys are like, this is our weapon. This is our secret weapon. If only Destiny will just like engage in spirited debate against Charlie Kirk. If only we can do this. If we can unleash what is he going to do?
What's that robotic filter? What the fuck? What are you, a RoboCop?
Charlie Kirk and film it? Like, what do you mean? If only we can get compromising.
Bro, he can't even laugh at his own jokes. Like, he doesn't even think he's funny himself. He's just doing the ha 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 fake thing. He doesn't even find himself funny. He doesn't even know. He's so devoid of fucking. I thought I had no emotions in my voice, but that's crazy.
Footage of Destiny sucking Charlie Kirk's cock and filming himself in the process. Then we can just destroy this. We can destroy this whole charade.
Honest question, does anyone in America watch Hasan? You know, I'd love to lie and say no, but unfortunately people are really that stupid.
Yeah, there's a lot of brain dead human beings in our country that just watch a fucking what's it called? Terrorist supporter. Yep.
Watch me, the master debater. Israel, racist, bad. Wow, you actually just summed up Hasan in like 3 words, actually. So
That's
Destiny
crazy.
responded to the clip of him and Noah jacking each other off. Destiny defends Willie Mac Show and hits Hasan with the soundboard.
The Willie Mac Show's getting married to like a IDF lady or something. Which makes sense. He was the guy who did the.
Dude, I love this drama. It's so funny to me because all these people are rich, and they're saying they're fighting for a cause that if they even went to the place where the cause was happening, they'd be like, "Ew, gross! Get it away from me! I'm so fucking rich. Get your dirty, gross shit away from me. I need to go back to my $1 million mansion."
Big
That's how they would be.
on like you with the Al Ali bombing, hospital bombing, right?
Yeah. He's a brilliant political,
Mm-hmm.
probably one of the best minds
He
in
just cares
politics
about
right
the
now.
truth.
Willie doesn't do politics, by the way. The only reason why Hasan has to say Willie does politics is because Hasan tried to debate Willie on politics and lost. And the idea that he lost to a commentary YouTuber in an area that was
These resolutions are crazy.
supposed to be like supposedly his specialty is literally a brain-breaking moment,
Oh,
is the
shit.
term we would use. It was a brain-breaking moment for Hasan Piker. Brain-breaking.
Listen, it is my humble opinion that Hasan Piker could not out-debate your local crackhead, all right? This guy's
Yeah, I doubt it. I highly doubt it. I don't think he could. I mean, I can't debate people either. Because I'll just evolve into name calling because I'm not the most intelligent human being. I usually come up with my best shit like an hour after the conversation happened. My brain finally comes up with a good thing to say. So, like, I ain't. But, yeah, no. He's about the same.
just only arguments are that you're a slop tuber, you're a PDF file, or an Israel
Oh, yeah, okay. Yep, you're a Nazi. Yep, that's crazy.
writer, all right? Brother, just give the slander a rest for a day. Anyways, then he calls out like
Also, doesn't he always, like, make up shit about Asmongold, too?
Destiny orbiters, but the thing is he thinks anybody's a Destiny orbiter. He's like adopting the terminology. I don't know if he's enjoying the terms that we've been using in the series here, but yeah, seems like somebody wants their own memes.
Those fucking dumbass orbiters that aren't even getting paid by the state of Israel.
You don't get to use it. That's our word. You don't get to use orbiter.
That guy, Destiny, that guy's girlfriend. I think something like that.
I don't know.
There's some weird lore with
I
them.
don't know. I don't know like the deep details of the lore and their background. I
Bro,
don't
why do you guys give a fuck?
care. I don't care to know. It's just
You
like
shouldn't.
But it's just like they're doing it for free because they are part of the orbit.
Yeah,
Like
but it's
and then they
crazy.
join it.
Yeah, I mean, just kiss already, man. The tension is crazy between Hasan and nice guy Hasan. No, but my question is like, why is every person like an Israel dick rider? Like anybody who disagrees with him is automatically branded this, and he knows how like rabid his audience is against anyone who supports Israel, right? And that's why he kind of does it. In fact, you would be better off being called a PDF file than an Israel supporter because his community will tear you apart for it, right? Which is why he uses that insult there. And if you actually think that Israel is paying people to criticize Hasan, I mean, that would be a fucking waste of funds, I feel like. But also, then that logic would apply to Hamas paying you or something, all right? Anyways, after this, Hasan's chat was like trolling him about his journalistic
I think being completely 100% loyal to literally any country is crazy that you have no individualism of your own. Like, I love America. I love my freedom and my ability to do stuff. And I love Japan, but like there's certain shit in both countries that I would change. But to sit there and like say all these other countries are better than this one country, like, oh, Israel's the worst. Every country did bad shit in history. Just read history, and every country did bad shit. It doesn't matter. They've all owned slaves. They've all done crazy shit to each other. Everyone's killed everyone in history. It's stupid to just fucking, oh, this one country bad, every other country good.
puff pieces, right? Basically saying, you know, he's paid for all this, you know, PR. People like Taylor Lorenz who write like glazing articles about him because they're like pathetic simps or they agree with the extremism or whatever, right? So Hasan explains why his media run is actually organic, right? Organic, obviously.
Hey, bro, the article is as requested. Just remember to make the payment to the usual account, 10K as agreed. Yeah, 20K. It's 20K. I'm paid 20K per.
Dude, hearing his voice every time.
It's so funny to think that like all these mainstream media hits aren't coming because like, you know, a lot of mainstream media was just like objectively wrong about the election outcomes. So they're going after like someone who does have a fairly large young male audience and was objectively right, or at least was like much closer to the truth about all.
You don't even know what objectively right means. Whoever's right is whoever wins an argument usually, or wins a fight. That's who, like, how you determine who's right in a circumstances usually. There's no, you can't just be like, well, my side's right, your side's wrong. Meh, meh, meh.
all the issues that he foresaw in the campaign. So they're looking for someone who didn't get things wrong in the liberal media sphere, who is seen as a person who is able to captivate the attention of young men.
Ah, yes, the supreme male role model, of course. All the young boys.
Yeah, no men look up to this that are actual men. Sorry. They don't look up to terrorist supporters and be like, man, I wish someone would just come bomb the country I'm living in because I love terrorism. No one in actual reality wants that.
Look up to Hasan as this value of, I guess, integrity, honesty, and of course the most important value, terrorist glazing. That's like number one on the list, of course. Holy shit, dude, you gotta realize that nobody fucking likes you except, I guess, simps, male feminist soy boys who are trying to creep on women, it seems like. That seems like your orbit. One of your friends got exposed as well.
True. That's literally true.
That, so I don't know, or it's like weird ass, you know.
Oh yeah, all the fucking people that are his mods that are creepy pervert weirdos,
gooner mods who are thirsting after high schoolers or whatever. It just seems to conveniently repeatedly be the case that, you know, every Hasan supporter is
it's happened every single time too. They've been caught in some weird ass controversy that's around this guy.
In some sort of a way, extremely flawed. Right, so after this, he talks about the Mudahar drama again, basically trying to get all the heat off him and just pick on, you know, somebody else. Give everyone another person to go after, right? So basically what some of the drama was that Muda didn't actually have an engineering degree.
Wait, since when were they buddies? Mudahar doesn't like Hasan from what I remember, because Mudahar has some right-wing takes and some left-wing takes.
And he called himself an engineer, right? Some people cared about that, some people didn't. But anyways, Hasan then tries to brag about his own degree in poli-science. Obviously, that's ended up very...
What the fuck is poli-science?
Very well here. In fact, they're trying to hype up liberal arts poli-science degrees from state schools.
I don't think you've mentioned your actual poli-sci degree, even in the context of political commentary, as much as Muda has mentioned his fake engineering degree and certification. Yeah, I don't ever talk about my degree at all. I don't even talk about, like, I just,
you're doing it right now, bud.
Gives a shit, you know? Maybe I should. I feel like libs respond to that more. I'm like, I have a degree in this. This is my degree. This is what I've brought it up when people have asked me. You should sometimes. Yeah, I should be like, I have a poli-sci degree. I have a diploma. I graduated with honors. I'm a political engineer. Once a month.
What the fuck? Shut up.
No, with his frequency. I should be doing it with the frequency that he's doing it, which is seemingly every video. This motherfucker's like, as a computer science engineer, I think you should sit down when you're pissing. It's like, you didn't need to qualify that. Why did you have to bring up your fake degree / fake profession to explain something that's utterly irrelevant? He literally said, I'm a political science engineer. I'm a political science major, and as a poli-sci degree holder with honors, by the way, I think Elon Musk is not so smart.
Bro, my brain is rotting just from hearing his voice. I actually just... More Pegasus, please stop.
Hasan has an honors in terrorist dick riding.
I feel like
Bro has a diploma in Hamas dick sucking. Special forces of Hezbollah glazing.
There we go. That's what I like it.
Brother, I mean this with all sincerity here. Nobody gives a fuck about your poli-science degree. If anything, it's a detriment now.
Bro, I have an IT degree, associates, and it's useless because AI can do everything I can do faster than me.
Like, everybody knows that if you graduate with that degree, you're gonna end up like Hamas Piker here. Holy shit. Hopefully not, but it seems like you're not doing a good job to bolster this degree's reputation here. Then Hasan continues his classic strategy of calling everybody PDF files, and he shares a meme about it. Hasan gets sent a blast-off tweet accusing his enemies of being pedos. Says it's funny, but he can't post.
Bro, what? Do you know what's crazy? I'm gonna say this out loud. The whole Epstein thing made it pretty clear that there's pedophiles on both sides of the aisle. Not just the people that he's against. People on the left, people on the right. They're just all fucking weirdos. And they're never going to release that list. And no one's ever going to get in trouble for it.
Due to how Asmongold would react.
Because they all have money.
Can't use that blast off. That blast off is funny, but it'll get me a lot of it'll get me in a lot of heat. Asmongold will continue to try to.
Dude, this guy cannot keep Asmongold and Tectone's name out of his mouth. And it's crazy that Nux is there too.
You know, cry about it and be like, yeah, this guy I've been calling a terrorist, he's defaming me. Yeah. You know?
I mean, there's proof of you glazing terrorists. There's no proof of them glazing pedophiles. You're fucking stupid, bro.
Give me a different blast off one. Give me a different blast off. I can't. I don't want to fucking deal with the drama, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do. You always. You're a fucking drama bitch.
Guys, I don't want to deal with the drama, but everybody that criticizes me is automatically a PDF file. What a wonderful guy to ever disagree with, right? Instantly gonna get branded like the worst of the worst. You just gotta love any sort of discourse with Hasan Piker here. I'm just saying, bro's lucky he's rich. All right, I feel like a bunch of people would be jumping to sue him, but you know, there'd be a long ass legal battle with this socialist money. Anyways, moving on to this next part. If you remember, Hasan actually called out Asmongold for only doing.
Dude, of course he did, dude.
His content for validation and not for money, which is kind of like a good thing. He's not doing it for money, but whatever. You know, he's doing it for validation and support from yes men and stuff like that. Well, Asmongold responded.
He's doing this for having a shit ton of yes men. And if you do that because you have...
Couldn't I just say that about him? Because there's a...
Yeah, really. He has a bunch of like fucking leeches on his back that just... Oh my god, the accolade, my validation.
A lot of people that agree with him. There's a lot of people that agree with me. I mean, to say that you're only saying something for like one viewpoint, that's fine. But like I could say, you could say about anybody.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, like here's a good question, right? When was the last time that Hasan really went against his audience?
He
when
never
was
did.
the last issue that Hasan had the majority of his audience disagreeing with him with? Never. Right. What a coincidence.
Never.
Think about the fact that yesterday...
He always says the most safest thing he can for his audience that shows up to his streams.
And the day before, I've said multiple times that, you know, I think the internet ID thing is inevitable. And I think the solution to it is what I said it was, right? With an authentication token. The majority of my audience disagrees with me on this. Most people are not on my side. So if you're really...
I don't want it to happen, but it's probably going to happen. I agree with you, because there's nothing we can do to stop it. They have all the power, we don't have any other power. They're the government, we're not the government.
Looking for the person who's only doing it for validation and yes men, you should try to look really in the mirror. Because I'm the person who very regularly says things that a lot of my audience disagrees with.
Yeah, he does.
And I don't mind that at all.
It causes discussion, and it just causes more like discussion so that you can talk about something more.
Okay.
Yeah, so the thing about that is that if you're a chatter and you disagree with Hasan, you're just straight up getting banned. And if you're a creator and you disagree with Hasan, you're getting harassed for the rest of your life and slandered by...
Yeah, you're gonna get people sending you death threats and calling you names that you don't deserve.
Hasan and his orbiters, kind of like what happened to Ethan, right? So Hasan being in this the most massive echo chamber ever, and he's talking about yes men. It's just crazy. Like, who is the guy right behind you in that clip, bro? A literal physical yes man. You got Noah Samson there sucking you off in the puck chair or whatever, and you literally swap out this person every other week. I mean, imagine degrading yourself to that level where you're sitting in that goddamn chair behind Hasan, dude. Holy shit. Like, these people have no level of self-respect at all. And personally, I don't really think you need to have...
Imagine picking his side and riding his tailcoats instead of getting your own viewers.
have like crazy takes or whatever, because you're not going to get majority of people disagreeing with you in any case unless you say some real stupid shit, right? And in my opinion, you know, Asmund also has some pretty stupid takes. His take about internet ID was stupid in my opinion, right? A lot of his opinions I don't like, right? But I doubt he's going to hate my guts for mildly disagreeing with him, right? Unlike Hasan, if I
No, because Asmongold doesn't hate anybody.
ever disagree with him on any point, I'm, you know, his orbiters are going to put bounties on my head, right? So it's an entirely different world these people are living in, right? Also, I just don't get the point of, oh, you're doing content for validation. I mean, you're doing a job. The side effect.
I'm making content because I just felt like doing it. I don't care whether I make money or not. I just want to make these videos and watch. I just want to do it. That's why I do it. And if I entertain people in the process, hey, good job for me.
Is maybe validation or whatever. That's like saying, I can't believe you're an accountant, bro. You're only doing that shit for validation from your boss. You're getting a salary, you're doing your job. Yes, you get a bit of validation. I mean, that's part of life, right? So I don't know. It's just a stupid argument from Hasan. Obviously, just yapping like he does on stream. Anyways, moving on to NMP. Now, you guys probably remember that guy from, you know, laughing about dead kids, making these edgy jokes or whatever.
Yeah, that shit was gross about that shit that he said on about those kids in Texas.
Not much to live for anyways. It's okay. When they're older, every job is going to be AI.
And he was defending Hasan as being like politically savvy. He was calling him like more well-versed in politics than Asmongold, which is like Hasan is less
That's retarded.
well-versed in politics than a fucking rock, okay? Like, let's not talk about that. Well, apparently he's been converted to Ethan's side. Now, I don't know what's happening here. Maybe he's a watcher of the legendary series, but hey, this is amazing. NMP is loving Ethan Klein going after Redditors in his lawsuits.
A fucking court thing going on.
Yeah.
He's suing people because they reacted to his video.
They didn't react to his video, though. They just played his video and said, I hope you like not getting clicks on it. He's not doing what I'm doing right now, which is actually reacting to a video. They pretty much told their entire audience to not watch the video on his channel, to only support the version that they uploaded.
But with the intent to take money away from him.
Yeah.
It's true. Okay, so with the
intent of theft.
Intent to take money away from him.
I think so. This is one thing I don't really know about. But what I do know, when I find...
Yeah, maybe you should report shit with facts instead of just going, this is an article headline that I read on the internet. Maybe you should look into something more a little bit before you report on it.
And funny, because you know me, I have a lot of haters on Reddit.
Uh-huh.
This guy is going after Redditors, and the courts are like helping him. So like Redditors are going to have to go to court.
I fucking love that.
Yes, I think that's fucking great because people be yapping too much, man. You know, imagine, oh, you want to make up some lies, Mr. Redditor? You got $30,000 to burn on a lawyer?
So you were living vicariously through Ethan and fucking going after Redditors.
Just in that specific case. I don't know about the rest of it.
You think is he winning?
I have no idea. I just, again,
I'm pretty sure he's going to win.
Oh, guys, I just don't know about the rest of it. I have no idea what's going on. Okay, buddy, please, okay? This guy is in Reddit comments and Discord messages literally bragging about his YouTube short views. You know this guy is completely terminally online. He definitely knows all the drama that's going on, but he's kind of like, I don't want to...
He's just saying the safest... Dude, he's literally a Ludwig 2.0, saying the safest fucking thing you can say to not get in trouble by anyone.
Piss off my best friend Hasan, obviously, but also I support Ethan here. So this is a Ludwig maneuver where it's like, hey,
damn, that's what I just said. I swear, guys, I didn't pre-watch this.
But also, I want to keep my friendship with Hasan, right? Like, shut the hell up, you absolute pathetic loser. Oh my god, grown ass man scared to give his actual opinion. This is just pathetic. All right. It's okay. We know you're on Ethan's side. I will be speaking for you. Don't worry. Every YouTuber that is scared to speak out against his
Yeah.
son, I will take on your mantle. All right, I'll do it here.
Get him more Pegasus.
The thing is, what these people don't actually realize is that a Hasan crash out is inevitable. All right, you can't stop him from crashing out at you. You can sneeze in the wrong direction and he will sever ties with you. All right, so stop trying to defend this fucking false friendship. You don't like each other. All right, and just come to the right side. Join us in relishing the Ethan Klein revenge arc here, right? And rebuild your goddamn spine, or you're gonna end up like Jellywig. You're gonna end up becoming an intro to the most legendary series. Okay, maybe that's actually a good thing. All right, maybe we can add NMP somewhere. But hey,
Dude, he's gonna up those numbers.
I will still say rare NMPW here, because he did show some support for Ethan here, which is way better than what he was doing before, defending Hasan and stuff like that. Look how Nick is pretending he doesn't know about the cases against Hasan friends and tries to skirt around it. He knows full well about those cases. I tell you, people are gonna have to pick a side soon, Hasan or Asmin. Moving on to legal mindset, he was talking about the Reddit mod.
Why do people have to pick a side? Just be your own individual person.
Actually getting lawyers.
I like Asmongold and stuff, and I watch his streams, but like I don't always 100% agree with everything that he says. But I don't always agree with everything anyone says, because I have a brain and I think for myself usually.
Right? Basically, Ethan subpoenaed Reddit.
And I'm probably wrong with a lot of the things I think about.
To find their identities in order to sue them, but they got lawyers trying to, you know, dismiss the motion or whatever. So it turns out apparently they might be fighting amongst themselves, and Reddit themselves might get involved.
Good.
The H3 Snark mods have banded together and hired a boutique law firm. They've hired this lawyer is to challenge our subpoena request.
And at the end of the day, the thing is, they're wasting their money. I don't see any way in which they're able to successfully challenge it and not ultimately and lead to subpoenas that would ultimately end up with disclosure. Like, I don't see this as a winning move. I don't think it can go past the subpoena fighting, because I think after the subpoena, they each have to get their own attorneys, because as we talked about with Casey Tron and Denims, they are adverse to each other. They are really adverse to each other. I think the mods are probably more
Dude, I love that they're eating each other.
adverse to each other than Casey Tron and Denims, because they are being sued as a collective, and we don't know how to portion out the liability. Because I think this could end up really weakening Reddit by the people that think they have access, and kind of exposing the fact that Reddit has been run by a very small group of people that have access to the people at the top and have been the only people talking to them, and have been controlling the tone of Reddit, the overall direction of Reddit, the climate of Reddit, which we all know, right? Just like Twitch, right? There's certain people that exert extraordinary influence on Twitch, right?
Yeah, I mean...
Yeah, no one would ever do that. No way, dude. Hasan doesn't have the most pull on Twitch at all to where he would never get banned for any reason whatsoever.
It really seems like they're in the shitter completely. They just gotta desperately try and hide their identities while also simultaneously fighting a legal battle. So that's kind of like really hard to do, right? Especially
as soon as you start to threaten people's lives and like put people in danger, I think you lose your right to internet anonymity and anonymous. The fucking word for anonymous.
The lawyers have your names as well, so there's just like no hiding from this. Eventually,
anonymity.
they're going to have to give their names up as well, because the only way they win this is if they convince the judge that this is a fraudulent lawsuit or whatever, and that Denims, Frogan, and Casey Tron are actually in the right, so they have to fight another case that they're not even a part of. So yeah, it's just completely cooked for them. I don't know. It's not fun being a Reddit mod, being a fucking terminally online hating Reddit mod with 9 fucking alt accounts or whatever. Goddamn.
How do you have that much time in a day? I have to go to work and stuff. I don't understand how you have that much time to just do that kind of stuff. You should get a job. It keeps your mind busy. You don't think about all this other bullshit.
Anyways, moving on to Twitch. Apparently, Dan Gooning Lord Clancy is in trouble now because
dude. I love that for him.
At the other Dan Saltman here, saying that he's been working with some attorneys to sue Twitch.
Yeah, but everyone keeps saying it's never coming, and attorneys are just very slow. But I'm working with a very large group of attorneys that wants to destroy Twitch, so I'm hoping that
Oh
they
my
will be
God.
successful. I'm just every day they're like asking me for a huge amount of information, and every day I just give them everything I have, and that's it.
All right, here we go.
And
Let's
it's
listen to this.
been like that for months.
Yeah, I mean, legal processes take
Yeah, I don't know though. This seems kind of like too good to be true.
ages, so it's probably gonna be a while. I mean, even if we look at the CoffeeZilla versus Logan case, it's been like 2 years. It's probably gonna take another 2 years to actually resolve. I imagine the case is something to do with the anti-Semitism on the platform. It's pretty open and clear.
I mean,
and I imagine
yeah,
you can provide pretty solid.
It's pretty like allowed. If you have that take, I could probably go live on Twitch right now and just say a bunch of Jew hate speech shit, and nothing would happen to me. I could do it, but I don't do that kind of stuff, so I'm not going to.
Evidence of that, considering recent events involving a certain Mike from PA, right? So then he talks about.
Dude, that if he's actually from PA, that makes me ashamed to be from PA, kind of. I don't want to be associated with that guy that he has PA in his name. Fuck you. Change your fucking Twitch name.
What he would do if he found Dan Clancy IRL. And personally, I'd keep like a fucking 50-mile distance from that degenerate freak man. Okay, that guy's like hands are probably emanating goo or something. All right, I wouldn't go next to that guy.
Real quick, I'm gonna run into this guy eventually, Dan Clancy, and I want you to know that it's not gonna be cordial on either side. So I hate him because I think he is probably one of the defining factors of creating anti-Semitism online. And he hates me for a lot of reasons. One, I've made his job incredibly difficult. But two, there's been other shit. Like I've exposed like...
Isn't this the guy, the old owner of Twitch? Who gave the current owner of Twitch the job?
The various porn accounts of DJ Clancy 999 that were left public with their favorited videos. Like he does not like that their DanClancySucks.com exists. Like he is not like he hates me as much as I hate him, and that's impressive.
Wait, you're telling me DJ Dan Clancy isn't grateful that he was exposed as a terminal gooner? What? I thought he was proud of it. Considering he has no problem metaphorically sucking on Hasan's
Bro, that's crazy.
shalong on a regular. I think I understand. I think he just doesn't want his expert methods to be exposed. You know, he has a very, very special rag, a very special sequence of videos, very special individuals noted down for the deed. You can't be leaking
Bro, looks like he hasn't washed his hair in months.
such valuable information to the masses, guys. Dan is actually writing a book about this, how to become the ultimate gooner. The supreme technique perfected by DJ Dan Clancy. Anyways, moving on to Taylor Lorenz, rank #1 simp. So basically, she decided to talk about Little Tay. Basically, quick context, Little Tay was this influencer who was exploited by her family for a very long time, and she has a big internet presence. She was like a kid.
Oh, that's fucking weird. That's fucking gross. Because she's like a porn star now or something, right?
You probably remember her from like flexing her money or whatever, but she recently turned 18 and she started an OnlyFans at 12:01 a.m., right? And literally made like $1 million in 3 hours. So it just shows like how degenerate people are, how misguided she actually is as well. So it's like deeply disturbing on both sides and just like a reflection of society in general.
That's crazy.
And then we got Taylor and her friend Kat, another, hack journalist here, somehow defending this.
The ultimate goal here of this sort of moral panic is just to re-entrench and uphold the ability to control women and strip women's autonomy.
What? Dude, you lost control when you started showing your ass cheeks for money. What do you mean, control? You have no self-respect if you do that. I don't care what you say. It's so fucking weird.
Autonomy from them.
Right, that's why people are mad. Women have autonomy, that's the big issue here. Not the fact that a girl instantly turns 18 and is making an OF. And there's literally thousands of creepy ass men instantly buying this. Wait.
She still looks like a child. No thanks.
Waiting
That's
for her to
gross.
turn 18, like literal PDF file
I
type.
know it's legal, but it's gross that like they waited until like the
behavior. People are calling this pre-ordering, you know, people doing literal countdowns like, oh, there's only 3 days left. That is obviously extremely like degenerate behavior. But no, people are mad because women have autonomy. Of course, that's the issue.
To do this, I have Kat Tenbarge here. Kat is an amazing
that doesn't even sound like a real name. Also, your voice is fucking annoying.
journalist who covers misogyny and the internet on her newsletter
Misogyny on the internet.
Spitfire News.
By the way, when they say they cover misogyny, they don't actually cover misogyny. It's basically just straight up hating men.
Yeah, they're just men haters. That's it. That's all it's ever been.
Never really about supporting women. So anyway, somebody calls out just how messed up this shit is, and then Taylor defends it. So somebody said Lil Tay launched an OnlyFans on her 18th birthday and made over 1 million in just 3 hours. OnlyFans must be banned.
I'm pretty liberal about what I think the rules of internet sex work should be, but there should be laws about child influencers and porn. Again, she is not a child influencer. She is an adult.
Yeah, but 5 minutes ago, she was a child influencer.
Yeah, she literally was. She was 17.
Freaking weirdo. Yes, she is technically an adult now, but this whole phenomenon is freaking degenerate and creepy, and there needs to be some sort of rules around it. Isn't it slightly concerning to you that girls can just turn 18 and instantly ruin their entire lives, and before even trying to get a job or try any other avenue?
That's true. Like, you become a millionaire, and then you become extremely irresponsible with money, and then your life just goes out of control. You buy drugs and then end up homeless. It's happened to a bunch of YouTubers.
They instantly go on OnlyFans. But no, you'll see later that apparently she's like a straight up OnlyFans glazer. She thinks it's like a good thing for society.
But their response is not to criticize the men.
It's not a good thing for society. Sorry. Simps have ruined a lot of things in the last like 10 to 15 years.
And criticize.
Dating is impossible almost because of simps.
The patriarchy, criticize the systems that sort of led to this. But it is to ban OnlyFans, the platform that has enabled basically safe sex work for millions of people.
Of course, how could I be so dumb? OnlyFans is actually a good thing, guys. I thought everybody agreed that OnlyFans is like straight up ruining society, no? Turning so many people's lives upside down, from women ruining their lives to men becoming more pathetic day by day.
Dude.
Now, I don't know if it should be banned or whatever, but there definitely needs to be a bit more regulation. You know, maybe up the age from like 18 to, I don't know, 20 or something like that. I don't really know the solution exactly, but I just find the whole thing so weird, and I find it weirder that these two flippin' journalists who are supposed to care so much about women don't give a single fuck about this girl being exploited.
Go back to traditional porn.
And she talks about how nobody is criticizing the men. I mean, how many times did I just say it? The men are so creepy and pathetic and weird. And then they talk about...
Yeah, but if they're pathetic, creepy, and weird, but if she's saying that, but how does she make the money on the OnlyFans unless you have the creepy, weird fucks?
Bonnie Blue, the woman who slept with 1,000 men in a day,
Ew.
right? And she's 26, all right? This isn't like an 18-year-old or whatever.
That's fucking
so
disgusting.
she definitely had complete autonomy to do this, but again, it's the men's fault.
All this cultural momentum around condemning typically...
Bro, no, what? That's crazy. No one just needs to sleep with 1,000 people in one day. What?
The girl or young woman herself versus holding perpetrators of grooming and sexual violence accountable.
Okay, Bonnie Blue is 26. What excuse does she have? What are you even talking about? Yes, again, I disavow the men. The men
These people are mentally deranged.
are super degenerate for taking part in this. I personally think you have zero self-respect if you take part in something like this. But come on, Bonnie Blue definitely...
They definitely did. They definitely
has
came.
some responsibility in this situation. 1,000 men in a day, like she's choosing to do this and choosing to use this to go viral. It is a grown adult woman making her own decisions.
Why do you have this much? You're 26 and you have this many facial surgeries. You look like a fucking alien.
And those decisions happen to be freaking disgusting. But no, you will never see these two ever criticize women in any capacity ever. All women are queen, according to Taylor and this cat person. It's not always the work of some higher power, the patriarchy, forcing her to do this. She is choosing to do this. She's choosing to be a degenerate. Then they start glazing OnlyFans again. I really don't know why. You would think as people who want to lift up women, they would be criticizing OnlyFans, but no, they're completely fine with it as long as women are the ones profiting.
OnlyFans really changed the power dynamic. It also flipped the power dynamics in the porn industry, where it gave women autonomy, and
they get a bunch of money so that they can be irresponsible adults and make bad decisions for like a couple years until they're broke. That's what it did for them. Congratulations.
gave women and men, all sex workers, the ability to kind of have agency over their own image, over their own kind of like boundaries, all of this stuff. So I would say it's like quite a positive development. And I think there's a reason why they're targeting that.
Yeah, if you think OnlyFans is a positive, you're probably one of the most fucking delusional people on earth. I mean, to be fair, this is a Hasan Glazer. So obviously she can't be having any real decent opinions here. I think in their mind, they think that OnlyFans is just making people quit prawn and go straight to OnlyFans. In that sense, they think it's a positive, right? But that's not the only thing it's doing. It's literally introducing new people to this sort of work. Literal random college girls are signing up for this shit immediately.
Yeah, because they don't want to have to go get a job. They don't want to be anything. It's kind of like how I wanted to do YouTube because I didn't want to do anything. It's similar. I'm just going to say it out loud. I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life, so I started making YouTube videos.
They can make $1 million, and the barrier is so low, right?
I don't make $1 million though.
That it's encouraging more people to even step up and do it and be like, hey, I guess this isn't as degen as prawn, which I would never do, but then I'm gonna
It's more degenerate than prawn.
I'm gonna go do this, and this is arguably ruining my life in the exact same way. I mean, most of these girls don't even make a livable wage. It's only these few people who already have a massive following that actually end up getting these insane numbers and brainwashing these girls into thinking they can as well.
When a woman makes $1 million,
I mean, it's the same thing with YouTubers that brainwash kids into thinking that they can be the next PewDiePie.
For herself on her 18th birthday, that's what should be criminalized.
Yes, and it's so clear that the biggest issue, like that tweet that specifically said, like, she made $1 million.
God, shut up. Your voice is so fucking annoying.
In 3 hours, OnlyFans must be banned. It is no accident that they're linking her ability to create wealth from this platform autonomously to the idea that the platform should be banned. Because these people are not anti-sexual exploitation of women and girls. They just don't want women and girls to be able to make that choice for themselves, or crucially, to be able to...
Your brain doesn't fucking work correctly.
To profit from it.
I think there's this anger when women seize economic control.
No one's getting angry at that.
Of course, that's why people are mad, right? It has to be some sort of jealousy or men just being angry at this. It can't be genuine concern for...
I mean, it is slightly annoying that, like, you can just open your legs and make $1 million. Meanwhile, everyone else has to bust their fucking ass every day working hard. But hey, if I was a girl, I would do the same shit, probably.
Women being exploited, genuine concern for the pathetic state of society. So then Taylor defends...
I also don't blame them for doing it.
Again, saying that it's okay because I had friends in college at 18 years old who went to the strip club.
Do I think that she's making these decisions in the best headspace? Like, do I love that she's like doing it right at her 18th birthday? No, but again, like I said, I mean, I had friends in college that like they turned 18 and went to the strip club because they knew that they could make money. And we have this fetishization of youth as well, where like the same people posting this are also posting things that like, women need to have kids as young as possible. Their eggs are...
What the fuck?
Drying up. Like they're the one posting like all of this like ageist red pill bullshit.
Yeah, way to
Red
cite
pill.
some random tweet with no likes even shown to indicate your point there. That's basically what you do when you actually have nothing to back up your arguments.
Yeah,
And
really.
yeah, spoilers, your friends in college are also the victims to this sort of degenerate culture. It should not be normal to immediately turn 18 and sell your body. That should be a very fringe percent of the population. Also, who the is friends with Taylor, bro? I can't imagine what kind of a person would be okay with having.
They're all the same person with all the same personality, and they all get along well together because they all are just like this brainwashed, retard female femcel that all think exactly the same way, that men are garbage and we produce nothing for them.
This absolute freak is your friend. I'd literally rather toast or bath.
Who were basically saying like,
Dude,
the problem
true.
isn't that her OnlyFans content exists. The problem is that men are
I'd rather jump off a cliff in Minecraft.
paying for it. Because there's this really common refrain that basically is like, you're less of a man, you're less masculine if you pay for porn. You should be stealing.
You're an idiot if you pay for porn. You're actually brain dead if you pay one of these girls when you can just watch it all for free on literally, it's not even stealing. There's like free Brazzers stuff that you can watch for free on like X videos that Brazzers put on there themselves or Pornhub. Like, you don't need to pay for it. You're crazy.
Porn, essentially. And any sex worker.
Also, these girls don't care about you. They don't give a shit. The message that you received from their account's probably written by an intern that's a male sitting in her office.
Who you talk to will talk about this massive issue, which is that frequently like their content gets stolen.
Oh my god, that's not what they're talking about. They're not saying that you should steal OF creators' content that's behind a paywall.
You can just get
They're
porn
saying,
for free.
factually, it is pathetic to pay for OnlyFans, to pay for pictures of some random women online, or to
That you're never gonna get to touch.
pay for like a personal message or whatever. It is really
pathetic.
like bottom of the barrel behavior. And you'd really think that they would be the ones against this, because people who consume a lot of like prawn material usually view women as objects and lesser, right? So they'd want less of that, right? But no, it seems like they're perfectly fine with this shit as long as they can use it as an excuse to shit on men. Holy moly, for the love of God, go back to glazing Hamas Piker like you do best, alright? You just know Taylor here is buying Hasan Piker's OnlyFans
That's crazy.
immediately. She's spending $1 million on that shit. She about to take out a loan just for the
Ew.
goods, bruh. Now
Get
quit
that
this
shit off my
video or
screen.
you become a freaking loser hack like Taylor Lorenz. Alright, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.
Alright, go like and follow. The video will be on the description. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.